today, mag-demonstrate si Sir, kayo magiging students niya. And si Sir Jotam, ang ating demonstration teacher. Papakilala ko sa inyo si Sir Noel Rodamil, isang EPS na Project Development Officer natin siya dito. So, sila yung may mga brains para nagkaroon ng mga ganito. Klaseng 21st century classroom. At ang ating ESDS, kilala niyo po ba siya?
Yes.
Sino po ba siya? Na? Ex-principal. Si Sir Edson Cabrera na siya ang ating ESDS ngayon, Public School Division Supervisor, at District Supervisor, Divisional District Supervisor, at si Sir, kilala niyo? Hindi? O si Sir Jason Torres ang ating principal ng Okay, so ngayon, welcome and feel free to learn a lot from Sir Joram and enjoy yung mga kung anong meron tayo ngayon. Kasi last na lang kayong gagamit niyan. Pag meron ng bagong delivery sa school, graduate na kayo. So kayo first na gagamit dito, next school year, bagong delivery sa school, yung mga grade 11 natin, sila yung gagamit. Okay, so enjoy po.
Thank you, ma'am. Services, palapakan natin. At sa ating mabuting principal, palapakan natin. At syempre yung ating mga supervisor. Okay, nice. Or masaya na. Kung yung malungkot, alam bete. And we're going to formally open our discussion. So, welcome to Well Tools for Education, Empowerment Technologies by your school. Sa title pa lang natin, you will see the direction of our lesson. So, we are going to understand Well Tools for Education. Nga pala, good morning din sa mga viewers natin, 1,000.3 million. So, kahit tayo para sa school, mga co-teachers natin, makikita nila, kung sa gayon ay hindi sila, meron silang lesson na computer. Okay? So let's try this something new here. Yan, magaling. Siyempre, what to expect. So that we will have direction in our thoughts, in our ideas, and we can prepare ourselves for the lesson. I would like to disclose what to expect this morning. Thank you. Thank you. What's your name? Vincent. Thank you. Pero baka natin kinakilala natin kay Serena. Ano pangalan? Levi. Kung kailan ba kayo sa Thank you. Mga taga-Dapsu. Dapsu kayo na? Okay. Anong year kayo? Graduating. Congratulations. Mag-graduate. O, junior kayo na? Oh, sorry. English only. So we have to speak English. So, house rules. We're not taking part of any recitation or drill. Please keep quiet and listen. That's basically it. Okay? Number 2, raise hand if you want to answer questions or go to the John or Jane. What's a John or a Jane? In Australia, they say, I'll go to the John. It means you'll go to the men's room. I'll go to the J, which you go to the women's room. So if you want to go out, I will not allow anybody to go out of the room without permission. So you're all accounted for, right? So don't forget, next, house rule, take care of the equipment. And of course, remember, this is something that we want to use for forever, for life, or until they get broken. And we don't want to be part of that, equipment damage. And participate at all times. Basic. So we have how many rules? 4. Very good. I'm going to repeat this. 4. So the first one, okay, let's go back. It seems like you forget. Take part before you go out, ask permission, participate, and let's take care of our equipment. Okay? Sounds good? Agree? Agree? Thumbs up. Those who agree. Very good. Agree na? Okay. Very good. So our learning competencies, just like I mentioned a while ago, what to expect. So we are going to evaluate existing online creation tools, platforms, and applications in developing ICT content for the academic track, and that's the competency. Now remember, our subject is what? Empowerment technologies. Don't be shy, okay? That means when we talk about empowerment, we are going to transfer what? Skills. Empowering. Okay, that's how we want to define it. And what do we want to add in our skills is what? Technology. That is why if you notice our competencies, it has something to do with evaluating platforms, online things, learning new technology, and that is part of the program. As written in one of the competencies that we will add to our skills this morning. Okay, objectives. At the end of the class period, this particular period, we are going to assist students to explore, use online creation tools. Later on, at the end of the class, you will notice we are already using one of those tools. And developing ICT content. What is in those tools? Because remember class, we don't just use ICT tools. Remember what we learned last week? Okay, we're going to review our previous lesson. We want to make it original. We want our content to be what? Something that is not copied. If we copy things, if we use borrowed things, what do? A print line? Yes, we put the proper credits. Just like we all know, Ira, technology is so dangerous because it's so easy to plagiarize work. Okay? So that is why content, part here of the objectives is we put in the right content. As we all know, we studied before, last week again, just a review. Anything that's on the web is neutral. It can be dangerous, it can be useful. So we have to take care of that. That is our objective. Assist students to explore and use online creation tools, platforms, and applications in developing our content. Good? Any questions so far? Good. Now this is our references. Yan. Plagiarism, we don't want that. So we put in the references here. You can just check it out later. And our additional reference book, links. And let us pray. Okay, before anything else, to formally open our class for today, let us all stand for a quick prayer. Since we do not know our audience live, we're going to do also sign language. Client, can you go here? And I will be your interpreter. Thank you. Clyde, as we all know, is a pastor, and that's why he's chosen for this particular task. Go ahead.
Let us pray. God, thank you for bringing us together today in a spirit of generosity. May we honor one another by keeping an open mind. May we voice our truth and listen with an open heart. May we discern your will to unite in a fruitful outcome. In the name of Jesus.
Amen. Thank you. You may now take your seat. Okay. So to prime up, we're going to do some match pictures. Okay? And it's going to define basically what is technology. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Start. Match the pictures. When you're matching the picture, just touch them, click them, and look for the meaning. So as you can see, you notice there are questions there. And the answer to the questions are pictures. Okay? And as you notice, all the pictures have something to do with technology. On our scoreboard, let's see. Okay, 5 tries, 4 answers, correct? First try, Ira, correct answer. Good job. Abrina? Why is it Abrina? You don't have a spelling with us. Your father's going to be angry. 6 out of 6, 7 tries. Not bad. 7, no, 6. Wow, Jeline! To memorize. 6 out of 6. Celine! Are you in love? Na? Where's yours? You have 2 hands. Okay, most of you got it. Good job, Ryan. Celine, there you go. Why do you have 2 ones? Maybe you're lucky here. Alright, congratulations. Let's view the pairs. There you go. So what time is it, or it is it, and that's a clock. That's a basic technology. It's been with us for ages. Sundials and Egypt and all those things. Up, side, down. Do you remember Contra? Who's that game? Up, yeah. What's the code for 30 lives or unlimited lives? Up, down, left, right, select stars. So this is a technology. Okay, print that essay. Use the printer. Let us go search answers on the web. For some reason it's and that's Google Scholar. What do you see? ER and writing ask. Good job. So congratulations, you now know the basics of technology. And all of this use what? Different types of platforms, technologies. And this helps what? Aid in a lot of areas. So we can use it in education, in work, in research, and all those things. Any questions so far? Good. So theories and concepts, part 2. Okay, we now dig into certain theories. The first question, class, is what is social software used in an education environment? So there are key words here. Social software used where? Not outside, but we're going to put it into context. Educational environment. Okay? So I'll give you a few moments to think about this statement or question, and we will explore what is this social software. Usually what we hear is social media, right? Social gathering, now we know something, or we can read something different. Social software. What is that? Remember, just to put direction in our lesson, we are empowerment technology. That is why we have to understand the things that we use, the technology that we use for education. So social software, who has an idea? When we talk about social, what is social first? Let's break it down into pieces if you find it difficult to define the whole thing. What does social mean? Ira.
So it's Arya.
Ira. 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 Ara. Miss Magtubo. Miss Magtubo.
Social.
Social. What is social?
More on gatherings, like interaction.
Yes. Interaction. Correct. When you talk about social, that can be one definition. Interaction. Talking with somebody, being with somebody, okay? Being with a person, or maybe a virtual person. And then we talk about software. I think you heard this during your junior high school. What is software? Yes, JD.
Anything that computer content.
Okay, anything that is in the computer. Okay, good. So it's like a system that you can use, a process that you can use in technology. Now put them together. Social software. Social, yes. Miss Manali. Put them together. So we now know interaction, being person. And then we now know the definition of software is the process we use in technology, applications. Then you put them together.
Interaction in technology.
Yes, so we do interaction using technology, applications. Okay? And then, to add value to it, it is supposed to be used in an educational manner. something that we should learn positively, not negatively. Remember, whatever we do, whenever we log onto the computer, we always use what? For learning. Kasi when we don't use it for learning in an educational concept and in a positive way, in a good way, what happens? That's when what? Crimes come in. Okay? So our context for this morning is we're going to study, understand technology, use a specific technology, but we have to use it in the right way. Just like the saying goes, we have a lot of intelligent people around the world, but we only have very few people who are good. And we don't want to add to those negative influencers in the world. On our book, the theoretical answer is broken down into several pieces, as you can see on our screen. And it's actually aligned to our definition, but we have to go deeper. Remember, we're senior high school students. We do not define things in a junior high school way because we're supposed to add value to what we've learned before, being on top of everything and increasing the level of our vocabulary. So our book suggests that when we're talking about social software in educational background or context, students stop being mirrors and instead become amplifiers. Let's stop right there. I don't want to overload the information. So this means that you are no longer mirrors. What's a mirror?
Something that reflects.
Reflects. Very good. Who's that? Okay. 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 Who's okay? There's okay here, right?
Sir, Julie.
Jeline. Okay. Jeline. I don't want to say Jeline because there are two Jeline, right? Jeline. Okay. Jeline 1 and Jeline 2. Okay, Jeline 1, thank you. If you're a mirror, you just reflect something. Okay, and sometimes when you are a mirror, you might reflect something that's not good. So what we need to do? We need to amplify. Amplify, meaning, instead of becoming mirrors, you what? Make certain things change on what you see. So that before we used to be mirrors, we imitate. That's why you can see there in social media and all of those things. People imitate things that are not good, they pass on forward messages. Not anymore. Why? Because we are learning in our class, we have to be amplifiers. Remember, we're studying this because we want to apply it. Okay? So instead of just being mirrors, whatever you see, just pass it on. We amplify it, we magnify it. But what? Later on, the value. Okay? We want to define value in a positive way. We sometimes, because when we talk to students, they tend to define value what? Put value to bad things. No. When we talk about value in the context of education, you amplify things that are valuable to society, something that will improve society. So now we just do not mirror. We what? Put value, we amplify it. So that's one definition when we talk about technology, software, or social software interaction using technology in the context of education. What else? Let's go further. Raw materials, keyword, this is highlighted. Content and skills are no longer the end product, but they become raw materials. Okay, let's give an example. When we talk about raw materials for this computer chipset, what are the raw materials in there? This one, inside this screen. Again, we have wires. Do you agree? Wires, plugs, fuses, right? And then in the end, it becomes, put them all together, they become your good screen. This is the first time we use touch screen. Computer? B, yes. Okay, so first time I see this type of technology in my internal, and it's not only one, it's like 20. So I wonder how much all of this costs. So, what about students? Let's convert that into your skill. So now we have this example. Inside your computers then are chips, wires, ICs, etc., electricity even. Then in a student, what are your raw materials? Yeah, what's your brain? Brain, very good. Brain, what else? So you have a brain. Hardware is what? Skills. What kind of skills? Think of it.
Strategies.
Strategy. Wait, we'll go. I'm not sure which one. Well, let's go to skills first before we flow further. When we talk about skills, in the context of raw materials, what are those skills? Yes.
Reading, writing, and visual.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So the raw materials of a student can be defined as reading, writing, what else? Seeing, eating, yeah, comprehension. Okay, yeah. Those can be considered raw materials. You're right. I agree. As a teacher, I agree with what you said. Then, okay, let's go here. The end product, they are the skills upon them are no longer the end product, but they become the raw materials. The question is why? Yes. Sige, you go to the G. You got me there. Okay. So, I was thinking, wow, she's gonna participate. So raw materials. And this is no longer, so when we post, we're grade 12 students, right? We're grade students, and say, I know how to read, I know how to write, you know? I know how to do arithmetic, right? But that's just raw material stuff. That's something that was built in you since grade 1. Then how do we know or convert that into something bigger? Like this building, it's composed of steel, cement, and the end product, it becomes a building. So the steel cement is the reading, writing, right? Ramil, and all of those basic things. Then they become what? Let's move to the next slide. Okay, they become reprocessed. And when they are reprocessed, so you put those combinations together, then you put in the curiosity, creative thinking, and then you communicate it, it adds value, and it becomes what? If you know how to read and write, you now know how to compose essays. You know how to create songs. It's not just knowing the notes. No, that's just the basic thing. Raw material. But you're able to compose, create essays, what else? You know how to play the guitar, everything, and then you can sing in a concert. Those are the end products. What does our statement say? We are no longer just raw materials. We, as grade 12 students, are in a higher form. Yes, go to the chat.
No, wala po.
No, wala. Let's look for it. Alright. So sad. Also lost? Okay, we go to the chat. Okay. Alright, so you understand the concept? Okay? Software, social technology in education, then we're putting in the socialization, the foundation of it, and the end product from raw materials adds value, communicate curiosity, and now, you know, when you graduate, expectation is you know how to compose songs, write essays, do research, okay? All of those stuff that you're learning in grade 12, they are for your benefit. Why? No more raw materials. We're done with that. That's for elementary and junior high school. Now you know why you're teachers in senior high school. Oh, sir, we made too much information and everything like that because we are now on that level. We have to realize that. Any questions? Luisa, do you have a question? Is your computer okay? All functional? What happened? It turned off by itself? Okay. And there you go. Once you develop the skills, what's next? Kasi we are going on the context of social technology. You become the right channels. Yes, JD. Yes, you may go. Please go back. Okay, you become channels. Realize that, guys. When you learn something, you have to share it. When there is something positive, you have that skills, you now become channels. It doesn't stop there. Like I know to write essay and everything. Then share your essay. Teach somebody on that level, on that skill. Those who are still on the raw material level, you share it, Joshua, right? So you become channels and we complete the basic theoretical answer from the question. Social technology in an educational environment, aside from the technology itself. Any questions so far? Of course, when we talk about knowledge, when we talk about shared channels, it comes to mind the Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, we will not create any exam or quiz today, but I would like you to focus on these aspects of learning. Okay? We have here remember, recall facts. We have understanding, explain ideas, apply, use information, analyze, draw connections, evaluate, justify, and create, produce. Now, if you don't have a copy, you can screenshot it because we're going to use that later on for our activity. In preparation for our activity, to dissect further knowledge and technology, we have to be creative thinkers. So I'm going to show you a picture, and then you are going to apply on a local level these keywords. Remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. Do you have any questions so far? Mr. Ivan, you have a question? None. Very good. Okay. So all of this, remember this, screenshot it, place it on your desktop, etc. Put some CTA. What's CTA again? Call to action. Put some action to it, not just watching your screen. And then we are going to do some brain analysis. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. What happens when you use Bloom's taxonomy in technology? Let's use the VR. Do you see it on your screen? Okay. So just practice first yan. You can zoom it, go around. Yeah, give you a few moments, so browse through the picture. And then we're gonna walk through it. Applying Bloom's taxonomy. Amazing. What do you call this class? Bananas. I remember one person. How do you pronounce this? The person, banana. Banana. And no, I'm Filipino. I say banana. That's banana. Sagi. Okay, browse through it, scroll up, scroll down, zoom, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Alright, now, first thing is we're gonna imagine this. Imaginative. Let's do remembering. Yeah, remembering. In this picture, can you see somebody who is trying to remember something? Where? Can you describe it? Pink. This one. Oh, yeah. Remembering, recalling. Oh, yeah, she looks like somebody who was. I hope she's not heartbroken, right? Very good. So you have to understand the concept of remembering through visual pictures. So, yeah, she looks like. Remembering. Very good. What else? One more. Remembering. Asilo. Black. Somebody wearing black. Okay, English, right? Which one? I'm from the United States. Over there, left right. This one? Just stop me when more. This one? The handsome guy. Yeah. What are you remembering, Jeline? Jeline 2, sorry. Jeline number 2. What are you remembering? What do you think is he trying to remember? There are no wrong answers because this is personal perception. But you get the idea? Eating? So is he eating something or putting something in the plastic? So I think maybe he's trying to remember how many or how much, or is this 1 kilo or something. Okay? Next is what? After remembering? Understanding. Okay. Now let's browse through here and find somebody who you think is trying to understand something. This one. Yeah, right. Jalen one, why?
Is
Mm-hmm.
it the girl who's wearing a pink t-shirt, sir?
Yeah.
I think she is trying to understand maybe the price or the vegetables that the other person is saying.
Right. Yeah, very good. Or maybe she may be, thinking or understanding is this the right decision to buy this vegetable. Yeah, I got it. Okay, what's next?
This one,
Huh?
the girl
Where, which one?
manifest.
Left, right. This one? Lower? Lower. Pink t-shirt. This one, this one?
The two girls talking.
This one? This one? This same girl? This girl? This boy? This boy. Let's zoom in. Okay, what happened to this boy, Brian?
He's going at the concert. He's trying to understand what's happening.
Nice one. Okay. Yeah, what is happening here? Yes, you're raising your hand. Done. Yellow shirt. Which? Yellow shirt. Green. This one? This one. What happened to this one? I don't know. Sorry.
Yes,
This
sir,
one?
This one.
This one?
Here, at the top, sir.
Up the top. Yeah.
She's doing sir, motor, sir.
Motor. Where's the motor?
Sa right side.
Yeah, the motorcycle. Okay. So, she's looking at the motorcycle. This means?
Later,
Understand.
I understanding how
How it works.
Wait, give them a chance. Give them. That's okay. How?
he's fixing the motorcycle.
Okay. Thank you.
You want to write
Thank you. I just want to ride a motorcycle. What's the next one?
The two girls.
I think we can.
The two girls.
Next word. Applying. That may be hard. So what picture here can you see up to the concept of applying? Do something. Apply. Which one? Jerry one. Sorry, you're saying something? Apply.
This other.
I see one here. Apply. But I would say
Tapos na lang mag-likod.
think back. Did you find something on the picture? Apply. A scenario where you think this. Where? Celine, go ahead. Yeah. How you're asking, Jolene one? Francesca. Apply. I'm missing somebody. Where? Left? Tell me, left and go. Stop.
The first one is buying vegetable bowl.
This one. Or this one?
The other one is sitting.
This one. This one.
One is wearing tank top.
Tank top.
They're behind the tree.
This
And
one.
the girl is wearing a pink pajamas.
This one.
Those
Tell me if the pointer is clear.
the person who's holding a vegetable.
This one.
Those are the other one. Or
It's all touch.
the one. I'm going to explain it.
Okay, sige.
The apply po from the Bloom's taxonomy is used po because they are able to execute the actions, which is picking the vegetables
sorting, right? Applying. Okay, thank you. So I think this is the picture. And let's go to the next one, the last one. Let's skip a few parts. Creating. I think this is a little difficult. Let's try Akira. Akira, are you there? Hello. Akira, where are you? Where are you? There you are. Luisa, you can help Akira. So we're gonna do the last one, creating. Creating. So one part, on the picture, then you see somebody displaying their creative skills. Yes. Akira first, then I'll go back to you. And Abrina. Oh, you have a bigger picture. The girl. Wow, there's only one girl here. That is it. Which girl? Which girl? Here, I'll help you through the picture. Which one here? Yes, Julie. You see something? Go ahead, Akira. Have you found it? She can do it. Don't coach her. She's got creating. While you're looking for it, let's try Ramil. I can see you, Ramil, in your farm from here. Create. I understand it's quite difficult because you're processing this. Imagine the tier list, then you are using it in a different way. So you're actually using your creative mind. Try to dissect the picture. Okay? That's why I understand you need to have the wait time. Don't worry, we understand the wait time. Red. This girl?
No. Yeah. Like an answer.
Here, B?
Sorry.
Right. I'll go here, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, what? Yeah. Can you tell me about it?
She was assembling the products.
Yeah, creating. So she's preparing something for sale. So they may be the whole chicken and everything, and they want to chop it. Yeah, very good. Chop it in pieces and sell it by the starts with letter K. Kilo. Yeah? Is it? How did you find the activity, Akira? Was it hard for you to find the concept in the picture?
I'm just confused.
Confused. Okay. What area can we help you out to eliminate confusion? Okay. What part of the activity made you confused? So that we can improve next time we discuss it. So what made it confusing? Their faces, they look the same, just like cats. No, discrimination. First time I saw cats, like, I'm sorry. What does one more? Okay, I'll take back the idea. You may go out. Go ahead, you may go to the gate. So yeah, the first time I saw cats, isn't it cats look all the same?
Yes.
You know that, like, but when you have 10 cats in the house, you will notice they have different faces. Try adopting 10 cats. And you will see they have, some have long nose, short nose, far. But you don't have one cat, they all look the same. Okay? So I completely understand the confusion. They look all the same, they're a lot of people. That makes sense. Any questions? Any questions? Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to do one more? Who here doesn't understand the activity or who hasn't processed the Bloom's taxonomy? Can you raise your hand? So everybody's good? Okay, let me pick one as your prize one. Jerome. Jerome, let's try the basic one. Understanding. For the last one. Surprise. Is it lunchtime? So it's bullet. Jerome, you're the last one. Let's go back to understanding. Yeah, in the picture. So can you show to us, to the class, a scene on the picture that displays understanding the concept? Understanding. Your screen are so clear. Why not happening? Can't even see it. That's actually in Ajinomoto, Philippines. Lord Jerome? No, you're not going to skip. Understanding. Let's help Jerome, Abrina. Klein. Understanding. Yeah, you can look for the first one or the previous picture. Oh, that girl. Oh, that's zooming in. So what happened to that girl? Abrina and Klein and Jerome. First time. Yeah, that's one more. Okay, tell me about it.
She's going to answer my question.
And then where does understanding apply?
How much?
Yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. Continue the witness.
She's going at her product and understanding how to sell it properly.
Okay, resell. Okay, that's imaginative. Okay. Yeah, so the lady will thought like, okay, so what I'm gonna do with this after I purchase it, after I buy it, and I'm gonna sell it. Bloom's taxonomy experiment in technology. There's what we call the hole in the wall. This is quite interesting when I first watched this. And in the video, we're gonna do some visual, auditory quiz or understanding. And there's gonna be breaking of parts in the video and questions will be asked, okay? So let's start. Okay, you can just watch the screen. It won't show up on your PC or your screen, but the questions will pop up there. Then you're gonna answer the questions. Any questions so far? Do you understand clear? Picture. Let's pause. Alright, where is that? Why is it okay? And that's why when you're doing some video clip, etc., you always have to smile because you don't know when it buffers, right? Then when it buffers, it's up. So, buffer. Okay. So while we're waiting for the audio or the video to play, so it is something, has something to do with an experiment done in India. And in India, they placed this, they made a hole on the wall and put a computer there and with internet connection. Okay? They placed it on the wall in a place where there is no technology and no internet. You see the picture? Let me refresh this. If I will refresh this, we'll go back to this. So, then wait, can you imagine it? Okay, imagine this. In a place where there's no technology, no computer desktop, and all of a sudden you see on the street, on the side of the house, there's this wall with a computer. And it has internet connection. And this is in a place where the environment, the community, what? Are very poor. They cannot afford education, at a higher education, a higher level. And they don't even speak
Dr.
English.
This is Dr. Mitra, who is the children learning.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Jackson. Anong course mo, sir? What's your engineering? Computer engineering. Oh, no wonder you know how to operate. Let's go back. Let's play it.
English and computer literacy at an accelerated rate. From Mumbai, Human Wide correspondent Nargis Navala reports.
When Arun Chavan first came across a computer,
Here's the computer on the wall. See?
The children had seen computers for the first time and there was no adult supervision. So it was, we used to
Okay. In the experiment, are the users first timers or they are regular internet computer users? What do you think? Okay, can you click the answer to the question? Okay, got it. The answer has been submitted. So most of you says yes, first time. It's true. Okay, based on the statement of the user, what they say, nobody has seen the computer yet. Imagine that. Let's proceed.
So you can do a desktop, we used to click here and there and see what happens. And we used to teach each other.
Hole in the Wall was started by Dr. Sugata Mitra, Chief Scientist at the National Institute of Information Technology. In 1999, he set up computers in slum areas and remote villages all over India and allowed children to play on them.
The very first observation is that children very curiously, energetically and excitedly come to the computers. In many cases, either within the first day or within the first 3 days, they would be using the brain program.
Most of the children were poorly educated and knew almost no English.
Okay. Question. If the children in the video come from slum areas, very poor families in India, remember the lady says all over India, scatter these computers on the wall. It is said that they barely know how to speak English. Can this be true on her statement? Okay. Answer. Okay. Type in your answer. Yes, John Ryan. Why yes?
Kasi po, siguro, ito yung doctor put the computer in the remote areas or the poor. So, when it comes to poor, it is they receive nearly 0 to none or nearly 1 to none education. So, from that statement, I can conclude that they barely know how to speak English.
Right, right. Who agrees with John Ryan? Let's see your hand. If you didn't raise your hand, that means you disagree. So I have to ask why. Who agrees with John Ryan? Let me see. Come on. You know, your armpits will sweat if you don't raise your hand. Raise your hands. Let's see. Let's put a breather here. It has to breathe. Okay. Dan, do you agree with John Ryan? Thank you for this show, for your participation. Jelaine, do you agree with John Ryan? Yes? No? Okay, why? Tell me why, please. Tell me why. Focus, remember. Why do you agree with John Ryan? Let's take one. Would you like to help with that? I help her that. Yes, Dave. Very good. Okay, let me read it for you. Dave. Go ahead. Dave. Mas. Okay. Okay. Dave Mas. You know, that's okay. We have break time. Yeah. I can understand sometimes it's difficult to dissect a video because we're used to just listening but not analyzing, so that's okay. That's a skills development. So, Dave Mas, what's the next word? Lily. Okay, that's okay. Dave Mas. Be treated as human beings. Okay. We have any social science here. So they must be treated as human beings because I'm curious with your ideas. It's like original. Because, Asila, can you read her statement? Because
they must be treated
Human beings, and there's the next word. Okay, she's still thinking about it. Okay. So let's browse to the people here who answered yes. Yes, children speak English. Akira, children speak English. What does this mean? Can you share? Okay. Yeah, so the question is, it is said that they barely know how to speak English. Can this be true? Yes, the children speak English. Okay, let's go to another one. Yes, because they did not prioritize how to learn it. There you go, we have one. Carlo. Luisa, yes, it is true because they speak English. Luisa, you covered the answer. Oh. Ah, yours is children and you sit on our part here. Because they do not have access to the internet for technology. Okay, so the answer obviously is yes. Okay, because based on their analysis, don't forget the video explicitly said that they know little English, but they were able to function or use the computer or internet. Okay, Mustache?
That they were able to use an English operating system, play games in English, and even surf the net.
See?
There was one child.
So it is everything was in English, but imagine the user who barely speaks English. And I wonder what's the end of this experiment.
He was completely illiterate and he used to work on a construction site nearby. And he was the smartest little guy there playing all those computer games. So I asked him how he does it. And he said that he knows that when he clicks on something that looks like this and is in this place, it gives him a certain action.
In Maharashtra, Home the World has handed over their learning centers to local schools. Most of these children have never used a computer before, but their teacher says they pick it up very fast.
So most children in that area know how to use a computer. That's an obvious question. You're listening to the clip? Yes, no? Yeah, okay, good job. Somebody says yes. I'm curious. Who said yes? Okay, no, yeah, no. No. Okay, put in the answers. No. 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 Okay, I think we have two students who said yes. So the question is, most children in that area know how to use a computer. Okay, the answer is no, not all. Remember the statement, it's the first time they use it. They were actually amazed, they don't even understand English, but the system uses the English language and they're still able to use it. Through what? There's this keyword there. Through the action. Whenever they click something and there is a reaction, they learn. Just like us, right? Whenever something happens, we want to learn instead of learning. Whenever there's an action in what we do, we are, oh, that's new. You click and oh, something popped up. And they keep on repeating that until they what? Master that process, yes. Joshua.
After seeing how well the children were operating the computers, the teachers at this school convinced a non-governmental organization to set up a computer lab and hire a teacher. But even if they're left alone and given no training, children can be quite ingenious.
The kids came running to us one day while I was at the village and said that there is a big problem because the computer is on. We went to the machine to see what had happened. What we discovered is one of the kids had taken a screen grab, a print screen, off the desktop and put that as a wallpaper so as to fool other children that the computer wasn't working because the cursor was just standing right there and not moving. It may be, the way to protect my time on the machine, but it is ingenious.
Okay, what happened? What was the result when a child discovered print screen? And then he used that print screen, the desktop screen, as a wallpaper. And everybody who was about to use the computer, what happened? It froze. It's yeah. It's like, and then they were like, no, the computer's not broken. You're just seeing the screenshot of it. And imagine, somebody, the reason why the professor said was he doesn't want his time to be used. So when he did that, nobody used the computer, so he has more time to use it. Then he learned, okay? So what was the result? Let's see. The child was confused because it wasn't moving. Robbie, they thought that the computer is broken, or they thought that the computer froze. Right, Francesca. They didn't use it because they didn't know. Okay, Joshua. The children thought that the computer is not working. Okay, so you got the idea? Yeah, frozen screen. I remember the crack. Remember the crack screen, social media and everything. It looks similar.
A decade after Home Rule began, Chavan is one of their success stories. He's now doing a postgraduate degree in biology at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. He hopes to do his PhD in genetics at Stanford or Cambridge. He says that Hole in the Wall played a role in his success.
It did play a role because it probably did not force me to decide what I want to do, but it actually showed me what all could be done.
Hole in the Wall inspired the novel Q&A, on which the Oscar-winning movie Slumdog Millionaire is based. This experiment has also been expanded to other developing nations. Finally, children growing up in poverty have a way of clicking open their potential and logging on to a brighter future.
Okay. Last question, was the experiment successful? What do you think? Did children learn through that experiment? Like that? Okay. Sorry, you're typing your answer. Okay, let's wait for it. I hear a gamer here. Yeah, how's your state typing? Doing better? We're going to do state typing again next week. We're going to prepare with this one. Okay, we have one here? No answer. Yes, because of the children gained the ability called adaptability. Wow, big word, adaptability. They adapted to the situation very quickly. Yeah, it was evident there. Yes, because they used the computer many days. So they learned a lot about how to use the computer. Okay, Joshua. Yes, because the children were exposed by or to the technology, which also helps them to learn, gain something from it. To develop their in-skill computers, to know something new. Yes, yes. Okay, everything is possible. Yeah, I definitely agree. Remember the last child, the last kid who used the computer, used to be a construction worker, doesn't know anything about computer, now he's going to take his PhD. Imagine that. With just that experiment. Hole in the wall. Sometimes it's good to give opportunities to people where sometimes society think they don't have any hope, no chance to learn, and then here are the children in a poor area wherein they just face the computer, no teacher, they end up completing a PhD. Okay, that's amazing. Don't you think, class? Yeah, perfect, Selena. Okay, so PC place. Let's wrap up the video. Generalize it. Place a PC in a room with internet or on the wall. Kids from slum area teaching each other how to browse. Okay, a while ago we may not be able to capture that. We may think that it's only one child, but no, there was collaboration. Okay. When does collaboration happen? Like, oh, how did you do that? Oh, it will be there. My friend, look, it will press it. That's collaboration already. 6 to 13-year-old can self-instruct in a network environment, irrespective of what we measure. Educational background, English literacy, whatever that is, whether they lack that, those 6 to 13-year-old children, what? Magically have what? The skills to self-instruct. Learn. Self-learning, right? Okay. That simple experiment demonstrates the 21st century skills which digital natives, when we talk about digital natives, they are like primitive people. They know nothing. They develop skills. Okay, what kind of skills? Let's do the climb game. I think I have to change it to Sir Edward in the climb game. Let's do the circus game. Or let's do the, let's see what else, what option we have. So going there, while we're waiting it to load up, so imagine that, here in the Philippines, in Greece, sometimes in our class, I know you heard about this, I'm happy to get 3 sections here. Sometimes we hear students who keep on saying, sir, I don't have internet, I don't have computer. Sir, I'm not able to pass this one time because, internet is slow and everything. But going back, share this message with your classmates when you go back in your classroom. Looking back, they know nothing, but they have the desire to learn. They were able to share, collaborate. Okay, here are the skills that they learned. For our last activity, we're gonna use this game so that we would know what skills did they develop. What's happening? Where is it? Where are you? Magic 5. So far, do you have any questions? What do you think of the lesson so far? We're almost about to wrap in 5 minutes. So far, what have you learned? Oh, there you go. He's teasing me. When I ask question, it turns on, right? So I think you're controlling this computer. Okay, let's choose Himalaya, beach. Choose one. Which one would you like? This one. Sports. Space. Randomized answer, pause the game so that you can dissect it. And let's start. Okay, done already? So they look like you, huh? Yeah? Are you ready? Everybody in? Who's not able to join in? Who's not able to join? Everybody in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, let's start. Okay. The hole at the wall gave the students the ability to operate technologies and tools. What do you call this initial skill? We're talking about skills development, using technology with zero knowledge of internet and computer. Keywords, remember what I taught you, dissected questions? Keyword here is technologies. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Technical skills. Yan. So the project helped children to have that initial skill. Kasi from zero, they don't have no skills in computer. Now they have the initial skills, technical skills. Good job. Good job, Ryan. Number 2 question. 3, 2, 1. All of the world gave the students the ability to process information across multimedia systems or multiple systems of representation. Keyword, remember the technique, multiple. So that means many. John Ryan still on top. Robbie, Robbie was fast. Skip typer. 0. students process of exploration and experimentation. What skill did they acquire through the experiment? Keywords, explored, experiment. Camille, are you okay there? Good. Hey. We're able to get the answer. Good. So we have Robbie still, Jack, Joshua. Okay, everybody should get an answer except for a few people. It's fine. It's fine. Performance. Keywords, different activities. Start video. 8, 5, 4. More networking. So keyword, okay. All the big answers. The moment of all gave the students the ability to move across the media. Okay, when you move across the media, scanning, that is navigation. Navigation. Ready? Now we'll give the students the ability to share common goals. So keyword, share. Don't forget the strategy. We'll analyze the question. Keyword is common goals, interest, share. Okay, share my page. Networking. Okay, the whole of the world day, the students' ability to communicate across differences. Yan. So they have different attitudes, behaviors, and now you want to communicate that with differences. What is that? Okay. Negotiation. John White still going on. Number 1, judgment number 2, JP. 3. 6 or 7. Ability to pull together information from multiple sources. Ayan. You learn that in reading and writing. Feeling lahat. Synthesis. Ano yung example? Synthesis. Good job, good job. Okay, then students, ability collective expression. No, first time, you'll do 10 push-ups. Lowest ko will do 10 push-ups. Okay. Sampling. Don't forget, that's the practical 112 guys. Okay, so the children learned about sampling, collective expression. It's all amazing that project. That is very so beneficial. Okay, students' ability to make aesthetic and ethical evaluation. Okay, using the brains, evaluate. What is that? John White, still at number 1. Joshua, number 3, grade top 3. We'll have a free meal. Top 3 will have a free meal and limited rice. Lunch meal. Evaluation. Identify the specific function. Okay, member, keyword member, team-based. I told you that they want to get that. It's like the board exam. Teamwork. Teamwork, correct. For the last one, for the goal. 3, 2, 1. So then, ability to share information, pulling knowledge. Comparing notes. Yeah, comparing notes. When you compare something, you got evidence, collaboration. Okay, keyword. Share information. Collaborate. Coupon. Do you want to get prizes for this? John Royal, Joshua Munoz, Joshua Asilo, Rocky James Scorpio, congratulations. How come there's so many people studying? I there should be somebody studying here. I understand. Okay. Tools in education for our last part. So what was the flow? What's the flow of the lesson fun using technology? Did you enjoy it?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Sure, when you're I actually just use this last line. I never use this application. And then sir said, okay, you use this for your demo. So I started class and I found it, wow, it is so dynamic. Imagine using this in your report. In your report. Imagine how many learners could learn faster using technology. Did we integrate technology? Pinagsama, integrate technology and our lesson.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we use it to present our lesson. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Gunn? Yes? No? Yes. Yes. Okay, amen. Good word. The actual demonstration, maybe you're wondering, sir, what kind of product or technology did we use in education? There you go. You were immersed to it. It's not about teaching you this type of application or social software. It's about immersing you using it. And that's what happened this morning. You are able to complete, learn, apply, just like the hole on the wall, nearby application which you can use when you go back to your classroom. Our next session we'll use Nearpad in our room. I'm gonna teach you how to use the ins and outs of it, but we'll do that in our second week. And here's our goal. We were able to explore and use online creation tools, platforms, and applications, and evaluate online creation tools, thus completing the barrier goal in them. Our competencies and goal today. Palakpakan natin ang good luck, guys. I know that the other activities are quite difficult because it's really dissecting, especially the picture and the video because of and it's from the jump, right? I know it's hard, but we were able to be like the children of in the story Hole in the Wall, Adam. Okay, who said Adam a while ago in your answer? Someone right. Very good job. Okay? And thank you for participating. It's and Mantigin naman ang palakpakin namin.
Congrats, Sir Jota.
Ay, thank you po.
Sir Jota and Sir Edward.
Sir Edward. Bye-bye. Yan, nandito na ako sa division. Sa family leader.